Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at this infinite series and we're going to determine if it converges or diverges. So this is going to diverge, and I can tell you that right away because if you take the limit as n goes to infinity of this piece here, what happens is when you take this limit you have to look here, and here you have n and here you have 2n plus 5. And basically, these are both to the first power. And so as n gets large, these grow at the same rate. And so whenever that happens, basically whenever these numbers are the same, the limit of this inside piece is the ratio of the leading coefficients. So here the coefficient is 1, here it's 2, so this is going to approach 1/2. So this limit is going to be the natural log of 1/2, and that is not equal to 0. So we say that this series diverges by something called the Nth Term Test. Some people call it, or some books call it, the Nth Term Test for divergence because people often make the mistake and try to use this test for convergence. So what is this test and what is going on? Let me explain it. So if you have an infinite series, say a sub n, as n runs from 1 to infinity, if this series converges, it turns out, so if this is true, then it turns out that the limit as n approaches infinity of a sub n, it's actually 0. Okay, it's actually 0. So if this is true, this is true. So if you take what's called the contrapositive of this statement, so this is the regular statement. It's saying that if this is true, then this is true. The contrapositive says that if this is false, then this is false. That's called the contrapositive. So if this is false, okay, so if this is false, then this is false. What's the opposite of converges? Well, that would be diverges. And so this, the contrapositive of this statement, which is really easy to prove, it's not hard to prove. Normally you would prove this, but then people actually use this in practice. This is called the Nth Term Test. And then some people actually call it the Nth Term Test for divergence because people have a bad habit of using this to declare convergence. So like if you get 0, if you take the limit and you get 0, nothing happens, right? So yeah, so it's just a really nice technique. So whenever you have a series, just take this limit, and if this limit is not 0, then you automatically know it diverges by the Nth Term Test. And if you get 0, then you can't do anything with this, right? It doesn't apply, right? It only says if it's not 0, then it diverges. It only goes one way, right? If this is true, then this is true. So yeah, kind of an interesting test and a really simple problem. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you. Good luck.